I didn't know Byakuya was in this room. He was hiding over here in the very corner.
Wow,
Skinny.
with his long ass legs.
He was trying to hide from me. How fucking dare he?
Those legs are like 2/3 of his body. Anyways, welcome back to Danganronpa.
Yes. Byakuya, do you really think Hiro did it? Really did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise.
That's just what you want them to think.
When the attacks and murders happened and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died.
Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words,
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else. And I'm.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? What?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. I mean, he is a dumbass, after all. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. Just a silly little clown.
I mean, he is kind of dumb, but do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Because frankly, I'm annoyed that the fun of this mystery has been taken away from me.
Like, well, no. There are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
That really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
what?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate. What, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps...
We made Byakuya buffer for a second.
He's like, hold on. Please.
That happened on my end, too.
I see. So that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
Kinda lagged there for a minute.
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. We're clearly much more.
Oh, what's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. I could kiss you in the lips right now, but I must stay professional.
His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Damn it, Byakuya. Just tell me you love me already. He knows it's true. Where should we go first? I guess we should go look at,
Talk to
can I not
Toko.
teleport in this mode?
I guess not. I kinda needed to do his whole spiel.
Oh, there's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository. I wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository, so that certain someone must have hidden in the room. That was such a long fucking stretched out way just to explain that someone just was sitting in the fucking room for a second.
Crisscross applesauce on the floor.
I dire to see what the anime is like with its inner monologues with Makoto.
Oh, no. They're so
That
dramatic.
means, and wait, but then, that means, God, I can only imagine. It's like some Death Note shit.
You don't know how accurate that is.
They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait! For some reason, this one isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Maybe that's why I can't leave. There's still more clues in here. Fucking music be jamming, though. I love the investigation music.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on. Where's my last clue? Gotta talk to you. There are many aspects, blah, 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 considering that it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then.
Would you like my help? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Tina, Kyoko, you, myself. Are you writing this down, Taylor? He waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after, we split up. Kyoko disappeared. After that, Tina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. Then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong?
I saw a shadow of something moving around at the top of the stairs.
Okay, Mario.
Based on Celeste's claims, we went back to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... I think that's Tina.
Yeah.
Huh?
But what was that?
It wasn't Hina. That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office.
Thank God, because I
This is
accidentally did a more Hifumi voice than a Hina voice.
Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However,
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Oh my goodness, Hifumi's body has disappeared! We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room.
This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies. And we all headed to the repository. And there, we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know and I'll re-explain everything. I'm fine anytime. Hey,
So
Sakura,
if
can you tell me what happened again?
Stop! Stop!
so then,
So if you needed a recap of the
please.
stop.
Oh god.
Stop. So if
So
you needed a recap for the next 5 to 6 episodes.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Dear
Editing
stinking.
Taylor, get yourself to work. You got some shit to do.
She's rolling her eyes at us.
It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. I guess it's used to moving statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. The tart. His body. Wasn't this in the equipment room? Where we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? The over-explaining is killing me.
Welcome back to Danganronpa.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Please let me go. The nurse's office and the equipment room. I'm gonna write that down.
And we can check those places out next time.
Fuck's sake.
Danganronpa.